All right, so some bracket predictions here. These are my bracket predictions. You may disagree or agree with all of these, but we will see. More than likely, you'll disagree with some parts. Because, 64 teams. I'm not expecting you to agree with everything, but here are my picks. Gonzaga beating Georgia State. We probably all agree with that one. Uh, I feel like Memphis could beat Boise State, Penny Hardaway, and the Tigers pulling one off. UConn beating New Mexico State because UConn's just nice. Arkansas beating Vermont, though in a surprisingly close one. And heck, I won't be surprised if I end up being wrong. Vermont is just a tough, gritty team. Uh, I think so. It's not really specific with the teams here because it's either gonna be Rutgers or Notre Dame. I say Rutgers. Gotta support the hometown teams here. New Jersey for real. Uh, I say Rutgers is gonna beat Notre Dame and then beat Alabama and then move to the second round. Yes, that is what I believe. Texas Tech beating Montana State. I never watched Montana State. I never really cared to watch Montana State. Texas Tech is just too good. uh, I don't know why in this one I said Davidson. I might regret this one, but I don't think I. All right, Davidson. We're going with it. You know what? Davidson pretty confident this year. Michigan State. I just don't really know about Michigan State, so heck, Davidson. And of course, Duke beats California State Fullerton. Uh, yeah, and then Baylor beats Norfolk State because Baylor's just that good. Marquette beat UNC. I feel like UNC is just too inconsistent and is gonna fail them here. No matter who wins this Wyoming and Indiana matchup, St. Mary's is still gonna beat them. UCLA beats Akron in surprisingly close fashion. Texas beats Virginia Tech. Purdue beats Yale. Murray State beats San Francisco. Kentucky beats Peter's. Arizona beats Wright State or Bryant. No matter who wins that one, I just feel like Arizona is gonna win. That's Seton Hall beats TCU. Got once again hometown teams. New Jersey. Plus, I just really think Seton Hall will win that one. Houston beating the University of Alabama Birmingham. Uh, this one might surprise some people. Yes, Illinois, very, very good. But Chattanooga, I feel, is gonna be just a little bit, in a very close battle. Something like what happened with Furman and Chattanooga happens. The Chattanooga buzzer beater or clutch shots. And I feel like Chattanooga might pull this one out. Michigan beats Colorado State because, once again, Michigan fan here. And, and I just really feel like Michigan is going to be Colorado State. Tennessee beats Longwood. Loyola Chicago beats Ohio State. some of my bias comes here because, Michigan fan, hate Ohio State. But then Loyola Chicago's just, they can surprise anyone. They've been doing it for like the last few years, and we all know that. We've all seen that. So, Loyola Chicago beats Ohio State. Villanova beats Delaware. Kansas beats Texas Southern or Texas A&M. Corpus Christi. Yes, that's what the CC one is. There's Texas A&M, who's Texas A&M actually ended up being a first four out, and if they need to replace a team, they'll replace a team. But this is Texas A&M Corpus Christi, which is not the Texas A&M Aggies. This is the Texas A&M Corpus Christi Islanders, who are like blue and green. Whatever. The point is, Kansas will beat either one of these two. Creighton beat San Diego State. I really feel like Creighton will pull this one out. I mean, heck, Creighton, very tough team to beat. San Diego. I'm not saying San Diego State is not a tough team to beat, but I just feel like Creighton's gonna win this game no matter what. Iowa, Richmond, Iowa. I say Iowa because I mean Iowa's Iowa, and Richmond is. They put on a tough show against Davidson, but and actually ended up beating Davidson, but Iowa also winning conference championships, and I just see Iowa winning this. Providence beats South Dakota State. Feel like South Dakota State gets slapped back in reality. Yeah, sure, they had an undefeated record against conference teams, but who is in their conference? That's the thing, and like, is their conference really that hard compared to like something like the Big 12 or the SEC or the Big 10? Like I don't think their conference is not stacked up to there. So that undefeated conference record, I don't know how much that means to me. It really doesn't mean too much to me. LSU, Iowa State. I really haven't been paying attention to Iowa State. I'm gonna say LSU wins this, but we'll have to see. Wisconsin beats Colgate. I mean, Wisconsin's just dominant. USC beats Miami because oh, I'm sorry. I was just looking at something. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, USC beats Miami because USC just beats Miami. USC's good. Isaiah Mobley gonna put on a show, and Miami's not gonna be able to stop that. Auburn beats Jacksonville State. No debate. Just no debate. Second round, we scroll up a little bit. Gonzaga beats Memphis because Gonzaga's almighty powerful. UConn beats Arkansas. You may be surprised, you may not be surprised, but bang, by boom. UConn beats Arkansas because very recently Arkansas has not been too consistent with winning and losing and in games in general. So and I feel like it's gonna fail on them. I'm going with UConn. Texas Tech beats Rutgers. Man, Texas Tech beats Rutgers. It was tough on me, but I mean honestly, Texas Tech is they're pretty dang good. Duke beats Davidson because Duke Coach K is gonna have something cooking. So Duke Baylor beats Marquette because Baylor. And St. Mary's beats UCLA. Yeah, believe it or not. So that's just what I got. I really think UCLA will lose to St. Mary's. I think St. Mary's will have some type of power and be able to dominate the game for a little bit. Who's next? Texas, Purdue. Texas and Purdue. Purdue wins. Jaden Ivy and that dude Edie and all them dudes, all them Boilermakers. And which actually, that's Chad's pick right there to win the national championship. He says Purdue will win the whole thing. He says they will beat Gonzaga in the final four and then beat Arizona in the national championship. You'll see that later when I make a video of him saying that. When he announces it to the public. Anyways, Kentucky beats Murray State. I mean, Kentucky's just good. They're good. Okay. They're good. Arizona. This one's. Ooh. Mm. Arizona beats Seton Hall. Cause Arizona, they're very powerful compared to Seton Hall here. I'm sorry. Hometown team goes down again. It's rough. Houston beats Chattanooga because Houston is just looking good. You know what I mean? How about Tennessee? Yeah, they're beating my Michigan because as seen in the SEC tournament, Tennessee with 3 pointers can do some major damage. Like major damage. They they just splat some shots and it can kill you quickly. And I just feel like we won't be able to stop that. Villanova beats Loyola Chicago. Dude Gillespie and them. They're just too good. Kansas beats Creighton because Kansas Kansas just be rolling. I just feel like they're gonna be rolling, and Creighton won't be able to stop that. Providence beats Iowa. Providence beats Iowa because that's just his pick. That's just my pick right there. Providence beats Iowa. Providence, they've been good. They just power through, and Friars do what they need to do. Wisconsin beats LSU Because Wisconsin, once again, they've been dominant and more dominant than LSU, and I feel like they're gonna stay more dominant than LSU, and that's that. Auburn beats USC. I just feel like that should be no debate. Auburn all the way. Gonzaga beats UConn. Duke beats Texas Tech. Yeah, Gonzaga is gonna beat UConn because I mean, why do I Gonzaga? Gonzaga. That's all I gotta say. Duke beats Texas Tech. It's a tough, gritty game, but Duke pulls away with the dub. Baylor, they're gonna beat St. Mary's because Baylor's Baylor. Purdue beats Kentucky. Because I mean, once again, I Ivy, Edie, all of them. Yeah. Arizona beats Houston. You you'll see why I keep continuing Arizona here in a little bit. Villanova beats Tennessee because Tennessee can do damage, but I feel like Villanova can do more damage. Okay. Providence beats Kansas. Yeah, cause I I feel like Providence is just insane. They're good, and I just don't. Kansas is pretty inconsistent, and I feel like it's just gonna flop on them. It's gonna be painful, and I feel like Providence is gonna win. Auburn beats Wisconsin because Auburn is Auburn. Gonzaga wins the West region over Duke. Coach K is going to be trying so dang hard, but it's not going to be enough because Gonzaga is Gonzaga. Baylor beats Purdue. Baylor beats Purdue because Baylor is just that good. And they do it again. Okay? Let's see here. Arizona beats Villanova. Arizona's just good, good, good. They're just good. Okay? They're good. Providence beats Auburn. Providence. Once again, just they're powering through and they're going to the final four just to lose to Arizona. Because Arizona, once again, almighty powerful. Also, Baylor beats Gonzaga. Because if Baylor can beat Gonzaga last year, in my opinion, why can't Baylor do it again? And I feel like last year, I feel like last year Gonzaga is gonna power through the first few rounds, and then they're gonna get to the final four, and they're barely even gonna have enough energy to keep on going. Like as we saw in the final four against UCLA, I feel like if Jalen Suggs did not make that shot, I don't know. I felt like UCLA would have won. I feel like they would have went on and just and the fatigue of Gonzaga would just become too large. and UCLA would have won if Jalen Suggs did not just throw up that shot. So I feel like Baylor is gonna beat Gonzaga, and Arizona beats Providence because Arizona's almighty powerful. Arizona is your national champions. Why? Because they're good. Oh no, I just saw too much of that UCLA game, and I Arizona versus UCLA. No, no, Arizona Wildcats, your champions over Baylor by a score of 85-79. I bet 0% of y'all were actually expecting me to say Gonzaga is done before they can even get to the national championship. But sometimes you have to take those risks. I feel like Gonzaga's not going to be able to push through all of it. Therefore, Baylor, Arizona wins. Bang, bada, boom.